Thank you very much for joining me on this Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields, watching a lot of rain and extreme flooding on the way right across the Caribbean, and keeping an eye on the fronts that are to the north. I want to dive into some of those in a moment, but let me get to what's going on now, and then I want to show you what to expect over the next few days. There's going to be a big surge of flooding. I'll show you that. Now, here's what's going on. Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, U.S. and British Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, for example. We finally had some rain yesterday. I know in some spots we needed rain, and we got some, which is good, but it came down a little bit too heavy in spots. And we did have some areas of flooding. Look at Guyana lifting up toward Trinidad and Tobago. Another chance of some of the rain around. Even some thunderstorms will be possible. This a better picture, a little more settled from Costa Rica to the north through Belize. With that said, this is a huge concern. I'm giving you the heads up. We are going to see a lot of rain building in the central and western Caribbean by the time we get into the weekend. Now, to the north, it's not because of the fronts. These are the fronts we kind of watch diving down. The next decent front moving across the United States right now, bringing snow to parts of southern Canada. Watching that, my friends in Canada, over toward the Great Lakes, back through Michigan, seeing some snow. But this front is not really going to dive down so much. It's going to kind of fall apart as it works its way back toward the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean. Keeping an eye on some snow as we get over toward some of the higher terrain as we work our way back toward the Rocky Mountains. Quick look in the Eastern Pacific, no signs of development, got you covered there. So what we're watching here is an extreme flood event. It's not going to be for all of us, so I'm going to fine tune it as we get closer. But anywhere from Jamaica, Cayman Islands south, near Nicaragua, Honduras, Belize, or Colombian Islands, San Andres, Providencia, watching back toward Colombia as a whole. Keeping an eye on Costa Rica. Somewhere in here, we are going to see extreme flooding. We already had the rain. We're going to see another batch that will be working in this weekend. I'll get into that in a moment. And then we get back here, and this is an issue, and I mentioned this about a week ago. This could be a repeat of what we had last year, unfortunately, and I hope it does not happen. But I'm seeing signs that we're going to see a lot of moisture building over toward Trinidad and Tobago. We had that incredible flooding, incredible bad sense of the term, parts of November, December of last year. We may see a repeat of that. So got that in the back of my mind, just giving you kind of the early heads up that I'm watching that. Now in the short term, Puerto Rico, the British U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Lucia, St. Vincent the Grenadines, Grenada, some rain and storms around. Again, Suriname, even some spotty showers. Northern Venezuela, we could see a few back toward the ABC Islands. Scattered storms, Dominican Republic, a few in Haiti today. Now, going out in time, the European model at this point is matching the American model. So just kind of showing you one model here because you got things to do. Don't want to be showing you redundant things. As we go out in time, this is by the time we work our way into Thursday and Friday. Same thing, watching that moisture building. So watching out for that chance of rain. Eastern Caribbean in particular, you can see here, and look at that little surge back toward Trinidad and Tobago as we work our way into Friday. Now moving out in time from the DR, we're going to see this rain starting to build as we get toward the weekend. That's why I mentioned Central America. We could see more flooding on the way. Let me take you out in time. This is Saturday. Couple things going on here. We're seeing that rain really building. Right on track. European model showing this as well, especially our southwestern Caribbean, but not losing sight over toward Dominica, south through Trinidad. You see the rain still there. That's kind of what I'm talking about. I've been seeing signs of more and more moisture around where we could get some of the flooding. Now, as far as development goes, way down the road, the American model and even the European model kind of hint at some development in here. We'll watch out for that. But by Sunday, the main thing is, as we get into Sunday, anywhere from Jamaica over toward Honduras, watching out for a very high chance of rain nearby. Jamaica, for example, it may be one of those things where it's just to the south of us. It's still a wait and see. I'll fine tune it. But you see here again, both of the models and a lot of the other models as well showing a lot of rain here. And then they hint at some development as we get into next week. In the short term, no signs of development because there will be a lot of wind shear in here. That kind of keeps things disorganized. So through the weekend, not seeing signs of development. By next week, the wind shear may back off a little bit. It may relax and something may try to spin up. So Trinidad and Tobago, keeping an eye on that flood threat. And you see how that rain chance, it stays elevated. So thank you for spreading the word about that. Grenada, we're up to a 70% chance today, a 60% chance. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, again, scattered to widespread. 30% chance the next couple days in Barbados, but the rain chance goes up by the time we get into Friday. Same thing, we're back at it in St. Lucia. Some storms today possible, some showers possible, but by the time we get into Friday and the weekend, there'll be more around. So a very active period with us. Martinique showing a 60% chance for today, 40% chance tomorrow. 50% chance of spotty showers around over toward Dominica today, and a 40% chance in Guadalupe. 30% chance in Belize. Finally, the rain chance down, but all eyes on what's coming up next. Jamaica holding at a 30% chance, so relatively low chance of rain. But we'll see what develops as we get into the weekend and how close it gets to us in Jamaica. Cayman Islands, that's going to be pretty much the same outlook. 20% chance across the Bahamas, a little more settled the next few days. 30% chance in Aruba. The next few days, Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, we could see a few spotty showers as we start to see some of that development in the Caribbean. Haiti, scattered storms picking up on Friday. We could see some areas of flooding. Dominican Republic, watching the river crossings. We'll see those scattered storms, watching out for some bigger downpours. Puerto Rico, the heads up, the rain chance elevated. It won't be for all of us. We already have some flash flood warnings out there. So again, spread the word in Puerto Rico, a more active pattern at least the next 3 days. U.S. Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands, we had some of that yesterday, watching that today and tomorrow. Antigua and Barbuda, about a 30% chance, a 40% chance, St. Kitts and Nevis and Montserrat, and watching out for some isolated showers, Anguilla and St. Bart's, about a 40% chance, St. Martin, Saba, and Statia, another 40% chance the next few days. Bermuda, a little quieter, kind of in between storm systems. 30% chance Yucatan, Mexico. 30% chance today, Turks and Caicos. 40% chance by tomorrow. And we get back toward Cuba. Cuba, like the Bahamas, kind of in between things right now. Costa Rica, rain chance has gone down some. Still some scattered storms and showers, but not as much. Venezuela today, northern Venezuela, 50% chance. Guyana, the rain chance bumping up. Keep me posted in the comments. Same thing in Suriname. We'll see at least a few showers and storms around for today. So again, all eyes on a few areas of flooding that are going to be possible because we had that rain already in Central America. We could see some extreme flooding, and thinking about Trinidad and Tobago down the road. So again, watching a disturbance sliding across the Caribbean. Trinidad and Tobago more long term, we could see some substantial flooding. No signs of development in the short term. As I mentioned, next week the pattern may change. European and American model hinting at a little development. Put that on the back burner. Keep an eye on that. 22 days left in the hurricane season. Thank you for joining me. Keep me posted in the comments. I'm thinking of you, and have a great day ahead.